guys, I'm not going to be here today, so I'm going to take you through how to create flat washes with watercolor. So you're going to need to grab 3 pieces of watercolor paper off of my desk. You're going to need to grab a small board, or you can also get away with using some cardboard in the back. You're going to want to get a water bottle, which should already be at your table. You're going to need a watercolor palette, which can be found on the bottom shelf over where the paint is found. And you're going to want to get a variety of watercolor brushes. I'd probably get a big and a smaller flat brush, and then 2 different sizes of round brushes. And it's also a good idea to have some paper towel and some masking tape with you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your spray bottle and just spritz your watercolor so that it activates the colors. Just a little mist. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to tape the watercolor paper to your board. Okay, all 4 corners. Don't let any spaces not have tape. You want it to stay flat so that when the water hits the paper, you're not getting ripples and the paper isn't buckling. Okay, so you've already watched a video on how to create a wash, so I just want to take you through what you're going to do today. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your brush wet, so you need some water, and pick any color on your palette to do your wash. Okay? And you're going to mix that color right on your palette, and make sure that you mix plenty so that you can create a wash over your entire paper. Okay? You don't want to have to come back and mix more paint. Okay? Like the woman in the video talked about, the ratio of water to paint is really important, and that's why we're going to practice this. So I've mixed my paint. The next thing I want to do with my paper that's taped down is just use my spray bottle and lightly spritz my paper, and then use my clean brush to just lightly brush over. And you can see there's a little bit of green still on my brush, and that's not a big deal. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add watercolor to your brush, and you're going to start painting. Okay? You want to make sure that you are not laying your paper flat and painting a flat wash with your paper laying down. That's how you create puddles. So just like the lady in the video talked about, you want to create a tilt on your paper. So you're going to give yourself a little tilt here. You can also use an easel while you do this. So if you don't want to hold it and you want to just put it on the easel, that's also fine. So you want to create a tilt. You're going to load up your brush, and you're simply going to start painting, letting the watercolor go. Okay? And it's left to right or right to left. Okay? Always picking up towards the bottom of the paper when you go to add more paint. She talked about painting from the bead, so if you need to add more paint, you always add down here where the paint starts to bead up at the bottom. Okay? The less time you have to go over, the less streaky your washes are going to be, and that's the whole goal here. And you can let that dry, and then you can go back. If you want to create a more saturated wash, you can go back and layer on top of it to create the same thing. You don't see streaks, you don't see puddles, and that is what you want. Okay? And you're going to do this thing. You're going to do this 2 times, okay? With 2 separate pieces of paper, 2 different colors, trying to get a nice flat wash on your paper. And when you're done, and you've done that, you can let it dry on the board. Don't try to peel the tape off when your paper is still wet. That's how you tear the paper up. Okay? And before you leave, you're going to want to clean out your brushes in the sink, run them under water, and then you're just going to want to lightly spritz your palette, take a paper towel, and just wipe that clean and put it back so that the next group has a clean palette to work from. All right.